Hello all, this is Halloween, and if you love Halloween and creating costumes as much as I do, you may want to subscribe because I'm going to be showing you how to make some awesome costumes without breaking the bank, and maybe even using some of those items you already have at home. Today we will be recreating Princess Fiona from the 2001 Dreamworks picture, Shrek. Let's get started. Here is our completed Princess Fiona wig that we created together, complete with the ears. We did the ponytail out of a wig that I already had, and then we also created the shoes. And I purchased this dress online. I try to do more created costumes. If I can create it myself, I will, but I'm not that great of a seamstress yet. So I actually bought this one online. I will link down below. I actually purchased it from Amazon, and believe it or not, it's actually very well made. It's good material, it's made out of velvet, and I'm really surprised at how good of quality it is. So I'm really pleased with that. Everything's gonna look great. I did the shoes long before I had the dress, and they match perfectly. Let's go ahead and get started with our makeup. It's makeup time. I have my blue contacts in and I have glued down my eyebrows. And for makeup, I have this Mehron Paradise. This is in the lime tint. I also have a bit of this Gecko Green from Ben Nye and some Kelly Green also from Ben Nye. So just like 3 different shades of green here. I've got my Ben Nye Spirit Gum, which I find is actually the best Spirit Gum. Some of your makeup packets will come with a Spirit Gum. That one's okay if that's what you have, but this one is actually really sticky and really good. Since I'm going to be making my own prosthetic nose, I need to have a really good stick, and we're going to start with that actually. So I have my Model Magic by Crayola, which works great for making a nose. I'm just going to rip off a little, and I'm going to try and make myself a Fiona nose. I'm going for the Fiona that was portrayed by Miss Heidi Klum a couple years back. This is going to be kind of like the look that I'm going for with this Fiona. So I'm going to kind of copy the makeup that she did. And I don't have the prosthetic face, but hopefully my face will do. You know, she's got the money to buy all these prosthetics. I mean, one pig nose will run you 30 bucks. Like, those foam latex pieces are not cheap. My channel, I try to keep it reasonable, but sometimes the costume, it just requires more. It's not as reasonable, some of them, as others are. So what you want to try to do when you're making these pieces is make the ends of it real thin so that it'll be easier to blend. She's got kind of a big nose there. It's kind of flat on the end. I want to try and make it to where it curves up around my nostrils. We're getting there already. I have it about right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove it and I'm going to put on my Spirit Gum adhesive. What I did too was, since I took my finger and I started forming it around my finger, and it worked out really well. It looks like a little Fiona nose. So, or big Fiona nose, I guess you could say. And it worked very well. Once it's on my face, I can form it a little bit more, flatten out the end of it a little bit. Now I'm just going to get it onto my face with my Spirit Gum. This should be an easy makeup once we get the nose on there. I mean, she's just all green. So you want to apply the Spirit Gum pretty liberally because you are putting a piece on there. And you want to make sure it stays on. Whew, this stuff's strong. Whew. It's got a strong alcohol scent to it. And of course my nose is going to start running as soon as I put this on. So do a quick swab there. And we're just going to press it on there. Yeah, you can probably buy a foam latex piece for the nose for Fiona online. If you have that kind of dough and you want to do it, I mean, by all means. And the foam pieces are amazing. But a package of this is $3 and something. And it lasts for a lot of different costumes. So I go this route a lot because I can't be spending $30 or $40 on a latex piece when I'm buying so many costumes all the time. So I need to kind of keep it in the budget, keep it economical. And I'm really not getting paid at all for doing this yet. If you haven't subscribed and you are watching my videos, if you wouldn't mind, just press that subscribe button, maybe hit the bells, so that you won't be missing any of these costumes. And it also helps the channel and helps me maybe to be doing this, you know, permanently. If I never end up getting paid, I may have to quit this and start doing something else. I don't want to, though. I want to keep doing this, and I'll be patient. I know it doesn't happen overnight, but you know, it would help a lot. I think sometimes, you know, it just doesn't cross people's mind, and I do the same thing. I have a bunch of people that I watch on YouTube, and I just forget to hit the subscribe or the like button sometimes, and it does help support so that we can all keep watching our favorite people. Not just me, but, you know, anybody that you like on YouTube. Everybody out there is just trying to get by. This is going to be the hardest part we do. You don't have to mess with ears or anything like that. We've already made all that. I really want to make sure that these end parts here are really thin. I've made my little piece. Looks just as good as anything you'd buy from any website. I'm just gonna try and blend it in here with some liquid latex. Just kind of blend it. This stuff dries real fast where blending is needed. While I'm letting that dry, I am taking my sponge. With these aqua paints, you're gonna need a little bit of water and a sponge, and just do damp sponge to apply it. And it's gonna be like a wet to powder, a liquid to powder sort of deal. And I think I'm gonna do the outside. Let's check out the Kelly Green. This is a brand new one. Ooh, this one's dark. Oh yeah, you see the difference? Certain colors just don't have, I guess they're just not as pigmented and they don't show up as good. And we don't want a crap ton of this. We're just basically contouring because she is more of a lighter green. So we're gonna kind of just blend all this together with the lime. And with this one, something else that I love, I don't have that much body to paint. I just have like my upper, just up here, and my hands and my feet. I was going to buy, and you can do this if you want to, but you know, when I have to do my legs, a lot of times I will get just pantyhose that are the color that I need, because that's just too much body paint to waste, and it's too expensive to use all my paints on my legs all the time, or on my body all the time. If I can cheat a little bit, I'll buy the pantyhose that are the color that I need. And also, it's not rubbing off that way. I mean, not that Ben Nye rubs off a lot, but I mean, it will rub off some. You gotta use your final seal. So that'll keep it from rubbing off as much, but it is body paint. So you don't have to worry about it coming off for any reason. If you have the pantyhose on, it just saves you a lot of trouble. But only my ankles are showing with this. So I was like, I'm not gonna spend $18 on a pair of pantyhose that I'm probably only wearing for this costume at least this year, and just didn't make any sense to me. So I actually, I meant to buy a larger one of these, but the good thing about the aqua paints is that they do cover quite a bit. Hopefully it's pigmented enough and not like some of these others, because it is a lighter color, to give me the look that I'm looking for. Uh-oh, I am happy. Oh, I'm happy. That's wonderful. I do have blue contacts in. Fiona has blue eyes, and that's why I did that. This is great. Oh, I like this color. We'll buy again. Doesn't that look good? Oh, hey. Yes, I love when a color shows up well. And again, this is the Mehron Paradise in lime that I'm using here. And what I love too, the Crayola stuff you can paint, which is awesome. Shrek was such a great movie. The comedy in it was just so on point. It was, I remember when it first came out, and I've never been one to go see animated features since I've been an adult, unless it was something that Tim Burton does. But I'm not one to go like see a bunch of Pixar movies or anything like that. I had kids during that time, so I would see it, you know, the movies, but I wasn't one to really be really into them. So I never really had planned on going to see Shrek, and I had some friends at the time that had come over, and they're like grown people, you know, and they're going, oh my god, did you guys see Shrek? And I'm like, no. And they were like, it was great, it was so funny. And I was like, wow, okay. So then I went and saw it, and it was just so funny. Eddie Murphy, Michael Myers, I mean, the cast was just great. Everybody just complimented each other. It's just one of those ones that just turned out really great. This is turning out even better than I planned, which is what normally happens, actually. Trying to get the paint on there without messing up the shape. Typically, I would make these pieces and try to let them dry, you know, before applying them, which you can do, but I didn't do that this time. I'd say if you have to get a green or a yellow, go with the Mehron, because for some reason, the Ben Nye greens and yellows are just tough, unless you're getting a darker green. Like their lighter greens and yellows are not that great in coverage. I'm going to take some of this Kelly green, and I want to do some shading little accents so you can more see the shape of the nose. Mess with it a little too much over here. I'm just gonna blend it. I might need to get a brush for that, like just a little paintbrush, or even do an eyeshadow. I got the green, I got a little green eyeshadow here. This is from my, this is the Tamex Revolution palette. It has just a whole bunch of cool colors in it. So I'm just gonna shade around my nose here. It looks kind of weird with that light on it, but you know, just kind of covers up, you know, the, you know, any blending here that I did. It looks really good. Looks really good. I'll probably blend a little more with the lime as well. So I'm just gonna do each side of the nose here with this green eyeshadow. Just gonna blend it out. Now I'm gonna go back with the lime. Like I said, this piece was not dry when I put it on. I'm starting to look like Fiona. Now, like I said, I have modeled my Fiona look after what Heidi Klum did. Heidi Klum is one of my favorite. She's like my spirit animal, let's just say that. Every year she has killer costumes. She has a team helping her with her costumes, so it's not 100% organic Heidi, but she has some really killer ideas, and they are her ideas. What she comes up with is phenomenal. And when she did Princess Fiona, oh my gosh, it was so wonderful. I was just like, wow. I knew I could never do it like her, but I could try. Heidi Klum had a bit of like a, I'm going with this sort of, it's like a reddish, just kind of like a reddish, kind of complements the hair. The hair is kind of reddish. So she had like a color like this on the lid. And it also is gonna just add a little detail. Make her look a little more girly. This is the Kat Von D palette that I have. This one's called Illusion. So it doesn't really speak to the kind of color that it is. It's an illusion. I kind of go all the way around. I'm really loving the way these eyeshadows are showing up on this makeup too. If you've been watching my channel, you should know that it's coming time. In May, I'm going to start doing a costume every week in the month of May. I'm gonna do an eyebrow now for Fiona. Now she has just really thin eyebrows. And like I said, I'm not great at the whole gluing down my eyebrow thing. It just doesn't work out for me the way it does for everybody else. But just gonna make a real thin eyebrow here. And I'm doing this with a red lip liner. She has red hair. I'm probably gonna go over it with a brown just to make it more of the hair color. Starting every week in the month of May, I will be doing a different costume. And if you haven't already subscribed, there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up. And if you don't want to miss it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be all kinds of cool ideas coming up. I do about 37 costumes a year. If you're that person that waits till the last minute on Halloween and you don't know what you're going to be and you can't think of anything, this is the channel for you, because I've got everything from costumes that cost me $5. Some of them cost a little bit more, going up to about $100. It just depends on the things that I have to buy, but they all look very authentic. I would say they all look like I spent $100 on them, to be honest with you. I'm not tooting my own horn or anything, but they just turn out so good, in my opinion. I don't share them with you unless they do turn out good. So it's you know, stuff that I work hard on and try to make easy for you to create as well at home. All right, now I'm going to take a brown pencil. I'm going to go over what I just did, just to kind of mute that bright red. I really don't want it that red. So We'll see. I might have to do something else because it's red. Let's see what we got. Look, I got a brown. I got a little bit of a brown eyeshadow here. I'll try that. Oh yeah, that'll do it. This is a good one too because this is the Kat Von D palette. So it's got good coverage. If you watch my earlier videos, like when I was the hula girl and stuff like that, I feel like since I've started doing this, I've gotten better. Learned a lot myself about makeup and stuff. More things that work. Every now and then I'll see a tutorial and see ideas that I'll throw in here and there. But I feel like I've gotten better at costumes myself, which is nice to kind of feel like I've gotten better at my craft. Because I've always done costumes since I was little. It's just like any other art form. You have to practice to get better at it. And since I've been doing this, I feel like I'm always practicing. So I'm always learning better ways to do things and getting better at what I do. Which is great because if I'm telling you how to do something, I want to make sure you're doing it right too. And that it looks good for you as well. As good as it does for me. Now all I have to do, pretty much my makeup's done. I might put lashes on. I gotta see. Does this girl have lashes? Let's see. I did end up putting eyelashes on, even though me and eyelashes have a love-hate relationship. I love eyelashes and they hate me. So it always takes a while. You know, they want to stick to my fingers instead of sticking where they're supposed to stick, and it's just whatever. But I thought, it's Princess Fiona. She's a princess. Let's do some eyelashes. So I'm going to step off camera. I'm going to finish painting my upper body here. We're pretty much done with the makeup. All I'm going to do is add one of my favorite colors from Kat Von D. This is Mother. We're going to have the Mother on our lips. She does have a pinky lip. All dressed up and ready for photos. I cannot stress enough, it is all about the makeup. If you don't have the right makeup, your costume is not going to look good. It doesn't matter how good it is. The makeup is where it's at. And this Mehron Lime, I cannot speak enough good about it. I'm going to put down in the description, as I always do, exactly what I used to create this look, all of the colors that I used, the brands that I used, and how much they cost down in the description below. Let's go take some photos. I hope you loved today's costume. I really think it turned out great. I can't say enough about this makeup. Like I said before, I'm just like, I think I actually even look better green than my regular flesh tone. I'm actually the same color as my wall back here. There's going to be a lot coming up because I'm going to be doing a costume every week starting in May. So you're going to want to tune in for that. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time.